Yeah. Still. You know what's going on. Yeah. It's still politics as usual. Life looking beautiful. Talking real heavy. More heavy than the usual. Shook the whole world up. That type of motion new to you. So it's just a throwback. Losing, we don't know that. Only give them our facts. That's exact what y'all lack. Always show the people love, so they show us love back. Yeah. And Ben Worthy like 42 on the Lakers.
Once again, it's on, and we're back. We're back. You thought it was over. Even he thought it was over. The producer thought it was over. But no, we're not done yet. We're back with episode 27. We are the Politics as Usual podcast where we're covering everything NBA related. We're throwing some sneaker talk. Speaking of sneakers, Jordan Brand, step your game up. It's been a slow year. I'm back with my
slow.
Yo, man, the whole year.
Don't want any of those.
Yo, stop it. I'm here with my man, Adam Carter, man. What's up? Say what's up to the people.
What's up, Jack? How you doing, brother?
Good, man. Looking very cultured just tonight. Before we go on, yo, I dig the military blues. They're my first pair of Jordans, so I have a sentimental value.
Absolutely.
What's going on this year? I'm looking forward to 25. Maybe
there's something that's coming in, I think, November that I'm looking for.
Yeah, I think I got about 2 in the fall.
What is it? The nines that are coming. I'm looking forward to. I'm looking forward to those ones. I'm looking forward to those.
Act like we all we want is 1s and 4s.
We've had enough 1s. They've had every colorway possible, Jack.
Stop it.
We've had enough.
I want them outlawed. Yo, they don't drop no 8s. They don't give us no 8s, no 9s, no 10s. They don't give us enough. Just bring back the original taxis. Do that.
That's all we want.
Do something like, you know.
All we really want is the originals, Jordan. That's all we want.
Do that. Bring back I think they're coming out with some the Sixers Olympias. I'll get those.
Those are classic.
Some of my favorites. So
Absolutely.
But yo, some of them, man. I was down a rabbit hole last night. The dude did the 6 Oreos. I was like, who wants these? Stop it.
They'll be at the outlet very soon. Coming to an outlet very soon.
Yo, you make killing at the outlets, yo. I'm telling you. You go to the outlets, you'll see them there.
Yeah, brother. Yeah, brother.
Yeah, man. But what we got on the basketball front in these final streets?
So obviously it's a slow week in the NBA world. If you're a fan of the game like we are at Politics as Usual, you have been fiending for some basketball. So we got some basketball talk for you. Yes, so let's jump right in, Jack. So Jack, JJ Reddick to coach the Lakers. What's happening? What are they talking about, Jack?
It's got disaster written all over it. I don't like it one bit. I don't like the optics for LeBron. I don't like the optics for JJ. It makes it seem like he's getting over. This is his first gig, and he does a podcast with LeBron, and the next thing you know, he's coaching. I don't like how it makes the Lakers look like Rich Paul was running everything. I think they need a established coach who can look LeBron and AD in the eye and say, no, we're doing this.
Right.
You think JJ can do that?
Nah, not his first go round, Jack. And it's unfortunately not to beat a dead horse, but it's the same old story with a person of JJ's hue getting a high profile job like that.
Yo,
Jack, I don't
right out the gate. Listen, I thought we had one to not be the dead horse with Griffin. Griffin's probably the first black coach to get that level, to have Giannis and Dame have those level of players. Black coach getting that opportunity. Didn't make it to the All-Star.
But unfortunately,
with a winning record,
didn't make it to the All-Star break.
It was number 2. Still didn't make it. And JJ go and jump over a bunch of coaches.
Yeah,
if it gets the gig. And say what you want about it's always the gig.
That's the gig. Yeah,
that's the coaching gig. You want to be, as we said before the show, you want to be on that front row because Denzel's there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Everybody, it's the light. So but from a basketball sense, I don't know, man.
Yeah, and you think, man, with this being LeBron's, man, the curtain is about to close, Jack, whether we want to believe it or not. I know he's in great shape for a 39-year-old, but the curtain is about to close, Jack.
One of these days, yeah.
And to have that be one of the last coaches that coaches LeBron James, it's almost doing a disservice to his legacy, Jack.
Do you think he I guess he got to sign off on it? Think he really wants this?
I mean, from what do they call him? The GM? I mean, he's obviously pulling the strings, Jack. And if he's, if LeBron's okay with it, who's to tell LeBron no? But I just don't know if this is the right move, and I just don't know who's the person in LeBron's corner to tell him no. Like, you can't have what you want on this go around.
Nah, that's a big deal, and I wish when they first got rid of you know who they miss right now? Magic Johnson.
Yeah.
Magic Johnson can look LeBron in the eye.
Yes.
See, and they didn't want LeBron and Magic to get rid of Luke Walton. He was out of there. And Magic was going to go get a Jason Kidd, a Tyrone, get a Lou. He would have brought somebody in there major because that's what they needed. And ever since that, when he slid out,
that is a great point. They miss Magic Johnson in these times. That is a great point that I don't think is talked about enough.
Man, Kupchak and them, whoever's running that team now, not Kupchak, Kurt Rambis, for some reason, who's ever making the decisions, they don't have the kind of weight that Magic holds. And you cannot, the respect. First of all, he's one of the best.
Yep.
Big business is nothing that that LeBron wants to do that Magic hasn't already done and had success with. So he automatically gives them a higher level of respect. And he may respect these guys' basketball acumen and the coach. Like even Ham, I'm sure he respected Ham, but at the end of the day, I'm better than Ham. I know more than Ham.
He played against him, Jack.
Yo, I dunked on you before. That's Magic. You can't say that. He's always known Magic as Magic, and I think they really missing him just for the recruiting sake to bring in a coach. Because when Magic sits down with a Tyrone Lue, he don't go to the Clippers.
Right.
Magic sits down with you, he gonna seal that deal. And I don't know who were the other candidates. I was looking at it today. Forget the guy's name. He was an assistant at New Orleans. I just don't know if the pool is that good. I don't know, man.
Well, the thing is, Jack, I think they let the best coaching option out there slip through their hands and go to Phoenix. I think Budenholzer was the best coaching candidate out there. Phoenix wasted no time getting Budenholzer, and I don't blame him, because I think what Phoenix understands is what LA is not understanding, that Kevin Durant's not getting any older.
Yes.
Bron's not getting any older. Like that window is starting to come close, Jack. And
that's a good point.
You need somebody right in there.
They said Budenholzer helped Vogel clean his office out. He moved in there so fast. Man, by the time we found out Vogel was gone, Budenholzer already had his car parked in a spot. They moved so fast because they know the Durant injury prone. They stuck with that team because of finances. So Budenholzer got a lot to figure out, but they knew that Budenholzer was probably the only legit championship winning coach that they could replace him with.
Well, he better have moved in fast, because you know who was going to try to steal that spot, Jack.
Don't you slander that man every week. Don't you slander, you better not.
Who was going to try to take his spot, Jack?
Yo, it's funny, what debuts tonight, if you're watching on Hulu, Clipped, you find a Lawrence Fishburne starring Doc Rivers.
Fishburne is playing this character.
Yo, it's gonna be crazy.
He will find his way to weasel into a job, Jack.
Yo, he gonna find a gig. He gonna pick up a nice check.
But all jokes aside, the Lakers and JJ Reddick, I don't like it, Jack. I don't think he'll be able to have the locker room with LeBron being there. If LeBron's not there, it's an okay pick, because I do think he has the basketball mind. I think JJ Reddick is he has the basketball knowledge, and I think he has the X and O's there. But it's just the fact that you can't premiere a podcast with LeBron James, drinking wine and talking X and O's and talking, sports talk, and then coach the guy. I just don't think it works.
I don't like that. I don't like how it looks.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. So we'll have to keep an eye on it, Jack. So, Jack, let's move on to finals preview, Jack. So on Thursday, you guys will be seeing this on Wednesday. We're filming it Tuesday night, but on Thursday, we finally get some basketball. We get the Boston Celtics versus the Dallas Mavericks. So we get Kyrie and Luka versus Jason Tatum and all those guys over in Beantown. Jack, I'm looking forward to it.
Man, this is
good finals.
Thought you would man, I'd have lost a lot of money betting on this one. I never think the Mavericks had a shot. But Tim Legler, Philly's own, he said as soon as they made this trade, the day after, he said, keep your eyes on the Mavericks. And Nick Wright from FS1 said that too. They were the only two guys I remember saying, yo, and that thing worked out, buddy. Gafford and Lively.
And you have to say, is some of this just these guys getting lucky? Because nobody would have guessed that Kyrie Irving and Luka would have worked out together.
I didn't see it happen. And I just think those two trades. No, I got to give all the credit to Jason Kidd. You know why? Because Jason Kidd is the only coach since Tyronn Lue that Kyrie had that could look him in his eye and said, "No, we're doing this."
Right.
Championship winning, all-time great, and he was his idol watching him play for the Nets. So that carries a lot of cachet. So I think he got the best out of Kyrie, but I didn't see all this. I thought they would be good, but
you know what I think
get rid of
the unsung story is that I think is the big thing is the others. The others on that Dallas
PJ Washington. And here's what's crazy about the others.
Man.
Who would want a player from the Wizards? You would think that, I wouldn't want to, just because the culture.
But listen,
PJ Washington.
You know what I learned recently? And I don't know if you saw this. Apparently, the last 6 to 8 seasons, there has been a Washington Wizard on every finals winning team. I couldn't believe it when I saw that stat.
That's got to be the craziest stat ever.
You got the Twins from Philly. One of the Twins, they were on the LA team. What's the Twins' name from Philly? One of them's on Dallas.
Markieff. Markieff was on Dallas. Yep.
You got
that's stat of the week.
It's not the stat of the week, but they got a bunch. And depending on who wins this finals, there's 2 on both teams.
Porzingis.
They got 1 on each team, Jack. Washington Wizards are breeding winners, apparently. Jordan Poole's going to get a ring one day.
They like the Sixers. Remember how
he's going to get another one.
Remember when people used to leave the Sixers and just flourish? That was just soon they leave this. That's like the Wizards now, I guess. And and you put PJ Washington, but that young boy Lively is something special. I love how he passes and he get the ball. He's only 20 years old. He get the ball. He's doing exactly what we be crying for them other older bigs to do. Make a better decision with the rock or dunk it. That's all he does. He know how to hit he know how to find Jones in the corner or dunk it.
And Jones wasn't even that type of player coming out of Miami.
Didn't shoot no threes.
Where did this come from?
Now he's shooting threes in the corner.
Plays good defense. Yeah,
man. They dropped the ball. One of the craziest fumbles of all time with Jalen Brunson, but they made up for it in such a quick. Look, they made the finals.
And listen, and they'll probably go back to some of our earlier shows and say we thought that Jalen Brunson was the better fit, but man, Kyrie Irving and Luka Doncic, they're talking about them being the best scoring backcourt of all time, Jack.
Yeah, man. I would say people always. I know the Draymond Green, whose commentary, everything he said on the show, I hate it.
We didn't get a chance to talk about that.
I don't want him on that. NBA drove me crazy, man. Talking about Rudy. No, he hates Rudy. No, he hates Cat. And y'all just gonna let him have free reign on the mic.
TNT dropped the ball. You could tell they got 1 foot off the door.
Yo, yeah, that made me like this thing is over. But but Steph and Clay are great, the best shooting, but Clay can't put it on the pavement like Kyrie. That's what I think Kyrie and them is better because both of them can. Kyrie got that thing on the string, and Clay is a catch shooter. Like, Steph can shoot it off the dribble, behind the back. He can do it all. That's why
Clay's a better defender. Well, I'll give you that.
Better defender, at peak Clay, better defender. But pure offense, those two in the backcourt.
I mean, we're talking about comparing Luka to Michael Jordan. I mean, if we're going to compare him to somebody, right? He's in that conversation.
In that last game, those shots, after he hit 2, I said, they're gonna blow him. They're gonna blow him like how he did Phoenix a couple years ago. Remember how he dogged them with Chris Paul?
Looking in Booker's face like this.
That would drive me crazy. I'd choke him right there. Looking at me like that. And it's crazy. I was watching them. They was doing that pick and roll. As soon as they cross half court, what can Rudy do?
Couldn't stop it.
What are you gonna do with that? But here's what's crazy. This Boston team, everybody can switch. That's gonna be the big difference.
Yes. Defensively, good luck with that Boston team because they got some dogs over there.
Everybody can play defense.
Yeah,
everybody. So that's what I like most about their team. They drive me crazy with how many threes they shoot. They do that the first game in Missoula. He got a haircut. I don't know if you saw that. They can.
It doesn't mean it's going to be fresh by Thursday. You got to relax. It's not going to be fresh by Thursday. Don't worry.
It sure wasn't Tatum's barber. I'll tell you that.
It definitely wasn't Tatum's barber.
but you're right. Defense, like man, you got their defensive backcourt. And they got Jaylen Brown and Drew.
You figure it's going to be hard to score on that Boston team. But if anybody can do it,
they can do it.
That offensive team that they got there in Dallas, they can do it.
Point, you want to make it. It can't be easy.
No.
Like sometimes Luka got to play defense this series. Like he had to stick nobody for Minnesota. Jaden is not he run out there act like he gonna stop him shooting the 3. But he gonna have to guard somebody this series.
Right. And this is the thing with Boston. And we saw this we talked about it before we came on. We saw this from the Eastern Conference Finals. On any given night, Jaylen Brown or Jason Tatum. I mean, Jason Tatum is supposed to be the guy, but that other dark-skinned brother with braids they got, he is tough, Jack. That Jaylen Brown, as we see, ultimately got the Eastern Conference trophy, MVP trophy that, still kind of, we talked about this earlier in the season, kind of tarnishes Tatum's name a little bit further. Jaylen Brown getting that award and not Tatum, but it was well-deserved, Jack.
Yeah, man. The Tatum say, I bet you Tatum say, I trade you this one to pick up that next one.
Right.
Listen, he got to get it. I want him to get it so he can avoid the slander. And I think this is a good matchup for him for Tatum to really get off, especially, and we'll give our predictions a little later, if Porzingis is there. When he's there, it takes Tatum's game to a different level.
Yeah, it makes it so much easier for him.
That floor
because you got somebody you can throw the ball down to.
Yeah, man, that squad is crazy, man. And I thought that Minnesota would have a better chance because they're bigger.
Right.
Dallas is a tall team. They're not big. So this would help Porzingis because he's not a banker.
The thing was between Dallas and Minnesota is Dallas was more athletic.
That's what I didn't account for. Like Lively, like how Cat had trouble with those guys because they're so much more athletic. And that's a great point that people were missing. Lively, Gafford, PJ Washington, dude was fast and it was flying all over the court.
Yeah, Jack. So this is going to be an interesting finals, Jack. So this is a great time to segue to our next segment.
How are they going to treat Kyrie, you think?
Boo! Get the booze ready, Jack.
Yo, what he said to that song
at the press conference was doing? He was stomping on the leprechaun when he was playing in the New York uniform.
I was like, why is he doing all that? and his game ain't, he just getting right. There's something about that leopard. He just getting it together this year.
Yeah.
It was funny. He was almost out the league.
He was a different player. He was a different person. I'm not going to say player. He was a different man.
He said, I was in a different place. And it comes through. He's back to, I said, maybe we can even get Uncle Drew part 2 now. He's smiling again. Maybe he, but they're going to be on him, but I don't think he will take it as personal. And if
I got a question for you, Jack.
Go ahead.
Now that he's matured a little bit, you wearing those new Kyrie sneakers that he's wearing?
Or the Air Moccasins joints?
Yeah, the Air Moccasins. Yo, Sandy said, what does he have on his feet?
Yo, I put that up for trying to get on TNT. They put one up. I wanted to put that up. I was like, they see Kyrie out there, Boston, the Air Moccasins. Yo,
did you see that they just signed his dad?
I thought that was a rumor. I just saw that. Anta, right?
Anta, yep.
Man, no, man.
Those shoes are a little anti.
Nike and Kyrie, need y'all to fix it.
need y'all to sever this relationship.
I need y'all to get it back together because the young kids love the Kyries. They love.
Where can you find those Antas?
I don't know those, man. I've never seen them. I don't see them on a flight club. Ain't nobody never send me them. I don't got that much clout. I ain't got no answers sent to me.
Well, maybe you have too much clout.
I was like, no, he did score 40 points.
In moccasins.
Simple moccasins. 40 points, man.
If you told me they were Uggs, I would have believed you.
He was out there balling. I said, he's incredible. He's so good. He can play in those.
Air moccasins. All right, Jack. Let's jump to our finals predictions, Jack. So let's go through who we think is going to win the finals first and foremost.
Yes.
Let's talk about in how many games, and let's talk about who's going to get the finals MVP. Who you got, Jack?
I got Tatum getting that MVP trophy. Celtics in 6.
6?
6, man.
So
basing that all on Porzingis. They said he's playing game 1. They get 20 good minutes out of him. I just don't think. Everything that worked for them against Minnesota is going to be a tad bit harder against the Celtics, and that tad bit harder against the Celtics. You see how close some of those games was with Minnesota,
right?
That's what I'm basing it on.
So I am going to also go with Boston. I'm gonna go with 7 though.
You ain't winning on games. Only LeBron James is winning a game 7 in Boston.
Yeah, I think it's going to go 7, and I think obviously Boston takes that thing in Beantown, and I'm with you. I think that Jason Tatum finally gets the hardware that he needs to cement his legacy. Please. I think Drew Holiday is going to have a big series because he's going to.
Drew Holiday on their team. So you know what's crazy? They got Drew he's good during the regular season, but in the playoffs,
he's different.
Drew Holiday on their team. Yo, that's a lot. That's a lot.
Yeah. I think
and they finally and they have he'll guard Kyrie, he'll guard Luka.
Yeah.
Brown will guard Kyrie, Brown will guard Luka.
Guard Luka, yeah.
Derek will guard Kyrie. That's crazy versatility.
Yeah. I think Boston with Porzingis and now with Drew Holiday's offense, I think they have too much for Dallas. Last year's Boston team couldn't have beat this Dallas team. I would have took Dallas.
No. Wow.
But I think and that's nothing against Marcus Smart. No, Marcus Smart, I love, and I think he's incredible.
Sure.
But Drew Holiday he's proven, he's tested. He's that veteran. He's that that voice in the locker room.
Winner.
And then you add in Porzingis. That is like, how do you stop him?
How is he your 4th or 5th best player?
Probably 5th.
Ain't that crazy?
They didn't even need him throughout the playoffs, Jack.
They was just coast. They coasted through the playoffs without him. People talking about everybody's injured on the other team. I was like, yo, one of their starters going too.
if the Minnesota series goes 7, does he play?
Porzingis, what do you think?
Porzingis. I mean, I'm talking about not the Dallas. If the Eastern Conference Finals goes 7, does he need to play, or can they still win that series without him?
You beat the Pacers?
Yeah,
they still beat them.
That's what I'm saying. Do you think if it went 7, he would play?
That's how good they are. They just let the Bulls.
They didn't need him. They didn't need him.
When I saw that across the ticker, said he's playing game 1, I said, "Oh, they in trouble." All they need is 20 minutes. They don't need no 40 minutes. They don't need no 40 minutes. All they need is 20. Because in 20, he can probably get 15.
Right. And the thing is, I mean, it was the way that Boston's playoffs story has been written this year. You almost couldn't write it any better. I mean, Jimmy Butler hurt in the first series. I mean, they got a chance to kind of coast.
Kind of breaks. Sixers ain't always had to go against a full team.
This was their year. This was the Sixers' year.
This was the one, man. And this is the one year the Sixers had their best season.
Yeah.
And it's funny, I hate them because that's our rivals, but I'm rooting because I love Tatum and Brown. I love those two guys. I think they're cool.
Yeah.
They're just guys I like, so I want to see them win. Because I was hurting for them when they lost against the Warriors, and they lost to them because of experience.
Right.
Steph Curry was like, "I'm a champion."
Right.
And that's what happened with that series.
And they weren't necessarily, like you said, it was experience. They did not necessarily the better team.
No,
Golden State wasn't.
No, not at all.
Yeah.
You remember? Draymond was on the bench. He could not play in that series.
Right. Matchups.
So Steph Curry let us know nobody's a matchup for him.
Right, Jack.
Yeah, but man, both of us got the Celtics. Y'all heard it.
So great time to segue to our next segment. Your favorite segment, Jack. Who we not sleeping on this week, Jack?
I didn't know how to spell it. Porzingis.
The unicorn. You should have said
the unicorn. I'll try to figure out that I try to spell it and embarrass myself on here. The
unicorn, Jack.
The unicorn. He was the first guy. Remember him being he was the first Wemby.
Yeah.
In his first season, he's like, and a name by Kevin Durant, he said he's a unicorn. If he plays well, I don't know how they lose.
And I don't think there's outside of rust, I don't know if there's a way that Porzingis has a bad surge because I don't know who on Dallas can stop Porzingis. Not as a 4th or 5th option on the team, Jack.
And let me ask you this:
that starting lineup, Jack. I mean, he might be the 4th or 5th option.
And his was he's like when they played when they played OKC, but he's a well-established Holmgren.
Yeah.
Holmgren should be looking at Porzingis. That's the kind of player I need to be.
Right.
And he's going to bring Lively and Gafford way out. See, they haven't done that all season or all playoffs. They didn't have to do that against OKC. They didn't really have to do that against Cat, and definitely because Rudy. They're going to have to play defense.
Poor Rudy.
Poor Rudy. Man,
you can see Rudy's heart drop every time he got switched on Luka.
Yo,
oh God.
Help him.
Help me.
What would McMill say? Get up.
Situate him.
I was like, you cannot expect that man to stick Luka. And it was funny. I was like, he'd do the same thing to Draymond. He'd do the same thing to anybody in the end. He's unguardable. So why do y'all think Rudy, help him? There's no way.
Defensive player of the year was out there on skates. What did Kevin Hart say in his one stand-up when he calls his best friend and he wants him to lie for him? Help me. Help me.
And here's my thing. I'm like, if I'm the coach, I'm like, soon to get the ball, double him.
Yeah.
Who's Kyrie get the ball, double him.
Double him.
And somebody else got to shoot it. But here's the thing about those Celtics. Can't double them.
Nope. Everybody can score, Jack. Everybody on that starting lineup. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say everybody they bring in the game can get a bucket.
Because you know who they gonna bring in? They bring in Al Horford, who had like 7 3-pointers one of these games.
Yep.
He couldn't hit a shot when he had that Sixers uniform on, and he go to the Celtics. He's Superman.
He's just meant to be in that Celtics uniform, Jack. That Celtics or that Atlanta uniform. In those two uniforms, he got in the Sixers uniform, and it looked like it was time for retirement.
Yeah, didn't it? Didn't it look like he was done?
Al Horford backing up Joel Embiid or playing next to him should have been a championship season.
I thought I was on board with it. Now he's starting for back in the finals.
Sixers can't catch a break, Jack. Oh my God, Jack! Don't sleep on the unicorn. That's going to be a great finals, Jack. I'm looking forward to it. Thursday can't get here fast enough.
Wait.
What have you been watching since there's been no basketball on? I've been finding myself struggling.
I was watching. It's on right now on the World Series of softball and college softball. My girl's a softball player, so all I've been watching is softball, and listening to basketball podcasts, struggling to try to talk about something.
Well, shout out to we're both Phillies fans, so shout out to the Phillies. Yes. The Phillies are rolling.
And here's the thing: the Phillies, man. I got the New York stations. I can't even watch them, so I got to wait for the highlights on ESPN.
It's been rough, Jack. I've been watching Beat Bobby Flay, and I've been watching cooking shows.
I love Flay. Yeah,
well, Flay's the man.
Flay's my boy.
Watching different things, waiting for Thursday, but Thursday is like I had a memory on Facebook that popped up today, and this was like 2016, I guess, when the Cavs were in the finals, and I said the day is finally here. It's like Christmas Day, waiting for the first game of the NBA Finals, Jack. So Thursday cannot come quick enough.
And last year, I was like, man, there's no way that the Heat's going to beat the Nuggets. I thought it was their year. This year, even though I think the Celtics will win, I wouldn't be shocked if something else happened.
No, you better not. Not the way those two guys.
They can go off. They can go off. They can go off. Can't wait for Thursday. I wonder who's. Oh, yeah, it's going to be. It's funny. Reddick might get the assignment to cover the games. He's the ESPN guy. He gonna go from covering the finals to coaching LeBron. Wins again.
But it's not the sweetest gig, as we all know. Coaching LeBron, you have a short lifespan. Coaching LeBron. So good luck, JJ Reddick.
Good luck, buddy.
So, all right, Jack. It is time for my favorite segment of the week. That's a fact, Jack stat of the week, Jack. All right, so let me go to my notes. All right, Jack. So in today's NBA, the 3-pointer, man, they live and die by that. Shout out to Boston. They live and die.
They do that. They gonna blow that series.
But a little known NBA fact, Jack, is that the 3-point line did not exist in the NBA.
What year?
1979, Jack.
I know the first guy who made it.
Who was the first guy that made it?
Chris Ford.
Is that a fact?
Coach for the Celtics.
He was a coach for the Celtics. He's the first.
He played for the Celtics. He won a couple of them chips with Bird. He was a bench guy. I don't know how I know that, but I remember that.
That is a good fact, Jack.
Can you imagine some of the numbers that Iceman and them would have had? You look at some of the old Jerry West always shooting from 30 V.
Pistol Pete.
Oh, shooting from anywhere. But man, I heard a stat myself that accompanies yours. I was driving, listening to NBA. That's what I've been doing. NBA Sirius XM. Rick Mahorn on the show on Saturday. He said we used to take 11 threes a game when we won the championship in 1989. Steph Curry takes 11 a game.
A game.
By himself.
By himself.
That's how the league has changed.
Jack, where did the 3-point shot where did it come from?
Educate the people today.
What was the first year that it's ever started?
I don't know, but I know it's in the ABA.
Even before that, Jack.
Where?
1945.
He's making this up tonight.
The three-point line was first tested in the college level in 1945. It was only 21 feet, but it was a game between Columbia and Fordham.
Columbia and Fordham.
Yeah.
But them two schools with basketball now is hilarious.
Right, but then
21 feet? Oh, man.
And then the ABL, not the ABA. The ABL.
That's the 60s. Must be the 60s.
Yes, 1963. They adopted the three-point line, but it only lasted for a year. And then in 1967-1968 season, the ABA adopted it.
Red, white, and blue.
Yeah, that is the and who was the commissioner of the ABA at that time?
Oh man, he's killing me. That gotta be who's the commissioner?
That was a part of adopting that three-point line.
I'm about to give you 8 names.
8, jeez. Hey, Bridge, you hear this? 8?
Will, Doug, Bo, Larry Brown. I'm supposed to know that. I'm an ABA fanatic.
George Mikan.
George, I know somebody like that. He was the first great Lakers center. Yes,
George Mikan was the commissioner at that time that adopted the three-point line.
Who would have thought? A guy like him who never probably shot a jump shot had a set shot.
A set shot.
It's funny, man. The ABA, man, is the modern NBA, man. Dunking and man.
Yeah, I saw something recently that some people are starting to look at like merging the ABA stats with the NBA stats. Because if you do that, I think Dr. J is in the top 10 of scoring of all time.
Over 30.
He got over 30.
You put them ABA stats of Moses Malone go way up, because they just did it with the Negro Leagues.
That was the point that they were making, that the NBA should do it as well, because you can't tell me that the competition and the ABA was worse than the NBA at that time. Are you kidding me? Dr. J was in the NBA. Are you kidding?
Here's what's funny. When they merged in the All-Star game, you look at that 77 All-Star game, more than half the players are ABA guys. Right. Iceman, George McGinnis, Moses Malone, a host of them, man. Artist Gilmore, they had some major talent. The NBA is lucky. If they'd had the finances right, it's a funny movie about it. What's the movie? Will Ferrell.
Tropic.
Oh God, Tropic. I'm about to say
Tropic Thunder.
No, that's
Tropic Thunder is what. That was the name of the team.
The Tropic.
Tropics was the name of the team.
That gives you a little insight about the ABA struggles. They'd have got them finances right because they had the big stadiums. Like Doc and them was playing up there now in Meadowlands. They would have gave the NBA a run for their money, but they merged them without taking their stats,
which is crazy, Jack.
You think about that, man. Semi-pro, Brandi said. Semi-pro.
And that movie, I won't watch it anymore because Klay Thompson loves to dress up as Will Ferrell. And we all know that I can't stand Klay.
Klay will catch a stray on this show.
He'll catch a stray, no matter what.
Oh, my God, I see that one coming.
No matter what, Jack. And that is it for the show, Jack. We are on to shout outs, brother.
Yeah, man. I got a few.
Go ahead, jump in, Jack.
I want to give a shout out to the memory of the great Bill Walton.
Yeah, absolutely.
Who passed away while we want to talk about man, what a character, man.
The luckiest man in the world.
Oh, I watched it again, man. Yo, what a life.
Great documentary.
And, first, like the first Jokic type player.
Yeah, I heard that. That was a great comparison.
Oh man, his passing was insane, man. And but even a better commentator because he was saying,
"Throw it down, big man.
Throw it down, big man." He said, "Oliver Candy is the greatest center known to man." Yo, shout out to Bill Walton, man. That's what I wanted to shout out. And also I wanted to shout out, man, I saw, man, it really touched me, man. I've been thinking about him. I don't know if you saw that clip with Jabari Parker.
Yeah, where he's crying.
Man, yeah, man. I just really, and I read today he's only 29 years old.
Jabari Parker's only 29?
Because he was drafted when same class with Embiid Andrew Wiggins.
And Wiggins,
Aaron,
he was
Aaron
number
Gordon,
2.
Number 2. He's supposed to be that was probably the closest 1 and 2 pick that we've seen in a while.
We thought he was going to be the next Melo.
And those injuries, man, and he's playing over Spain. I just saw all that come up out of him, man. So
I love it again, Jack.
Him, man. Yeah, man. But man, he's still, man, brother. You still have much to bring to the table, in spite of what's going on the basketball court. So shout out to Jabari Parker today.
Yeah, man, he's definitely lived a life that only certain
man. Listen,
of, man.
Yeah, man. So, nothing to be ashamed of.
Absolutely. Yeah, that was a tough clip to watch, man. But shout out to Jabari Parker, man. Like I was telling you before we hopped on the show, Jack, I was hanging out with the good folks at the Brown House before we got on. So it was a bunch of people down there, and shout out to my guy Brahim Austin, who said, "Man, I haven't caught an episode yet." What? I said, "We are going to change that, brother. We are going to change that." So I'm shouting you out tonight, Brahim, because I'm going to tag you tomorrow.
Yes.
So you have to go back and watch all 27 episodes, Jack. All 27. You got a busy couple of days, Jack.
Yeah, catch up, buddy. Do your binging.
Yeah, you got to do your binge watching, politics as usual. And I'm also shouting out J30, man. Shout out to my guy J30. Has the new mobile food truck where he has blends and things. I think this is what it called. J30. I apologize if that's not the name, but shout out to J30 as his with sea moss drinks and chicken Caesar wraps. Yeah, he posts up most days down there on First Avenue next to Iron Eagle. So yeah, shout out to J30 with a new.
Get you down to the main line, buddy.
Yeah, man. So, and also shout out to Mr. Mike Brown, who was down there frying fish. Can't wait to get off this episode to enjoy my fish. So shout out to Mr. Mike. Appreciate the fish, good brother.
Yes.
And that is episode 27, Jack. And before you say anything, say something smart.
Oh,
you tried to get me.
Bad Boys 4 is coming out.
Oh. What?
Michael Lowry.
Gang. Yeah. Still. You know what's going on? Yeah. It's still politics as usual. Life looking beautiful. Talking real heavy. More heavy than the usual. Shook the whole world up. That type of motion new to you. To us it's a throwback. Losing, we don't know that. Only give them our facts. That's exact what y'all lack. Always show the people love, so they show us love back. Yeah.